right, so troubleshooting this water heater again. I'm at my house. I just replaced my elements about like 6 or 7 months ago, and it failed again. And you know, that's pretty uncommon for it to fail that quick. So how I determine that is I get a multimeter. I set my multimeter to the lowest ohm setting that it has. Mine is 600. And you're gonna make sure the heater is off. You're going to test across the 2 leads. You should get a reading around like 10 to 16 ohms. This one is reading 0. But if I go to the top element and I perform the same procedure, now the power is off to this unit, I get 12. So that's how I know that this element is fried. And the reason why it's frying early and dying on me early is because there's a bunch of sediment in the bottom of this tank. So I'm gonna do a flush. I'm gonna flush this tank out, get as much of the sediment I can out of it, because it's probably destroying this, so forcing it, you know, minerals, all that stuff. And I'm gonna flush it, and I'm gonna replace this element, and I'm gonna refill the tank back up, and then I'll turn the power back on, and we're gonna test it. And I think that should solve my problem. So this is just a quick tip if you're having this issue. Good luck to you. Just make sure the power is off so you don't kill yourself. Goodbye. The important tool you're gonna need is this element wrench to get out the stuck element, which is probably going to be stuck in your water heater. You're definitely going to need this. Also, just a regular screwdriver. What you're going to do is, after you get this on the element, this face goes onto the element. You take a screwdriver, you stick your screwdriver into it, and you're going to turn this. It sounds easier than it really is. Normally they're stuck and they don't want to come out. Definitely gonna need some testers. Good tester to have. Never always trust these. Use your multimeter. Make sure the power's been shut off to the panel so you don't get electrocuted. But we used to call these sniffers. It's just an electrical tester. You get near a source of electric and it beeps. Second it's not near electric, it does not beep. Never trust these 100%. These fail, everything fails. Assume everything is always hot. Assume everything can kill you, because it can. But this tool is super important. Garden hose. I'm gonna put up a generated image I got like from AI to make. That pretty much gives you a list of some of the stuff you're gonna need to actually get this job done. And you know, you always want to double check elements. You want to double check the dip tube inside, because sometimes if you open up the water heater, especially once you get that element out, you'll be able to see typically inside of the water heater, and you'll see this plastic tube that's going down to the bottom of the tank. And that plastic tube is sending cold water to the bottom of the tank, and then it gives it time to heat up so that you're not extracting just cold water. So sometimes what you'll have is you'll just have like all these sporadic cold, hot, cold, hot. So that could be a broken dip tube. In my experience, they're very difficult to find. I don't know why. I don't know who makes these, but you just can't go to Home Depot and grab one. I've tried. You can't go to Lowe's and just grab one. I've tried. You almost have to order them online, and it doesn't have to be an original manufacturer one. You probably can get some universal one, but the nipple and the connections on there are very specific. So you want to make sure that you have the right size, the right length, the right nipple size. I think it was like a 3/4 inch and a PAT5 or something like that. Thankfully mine was fine. Sometimes they're not, but you definitely want to have these tools first. So you can get this tool at Home Depot for like, I think $13, and you'll have this forever. And I mean, what a guy would charge you, or a gal, to do a water heater element change would probably be just astronomical for no reason, when you could do it on your own. You could just drain the tank, make sure the tank's off, and when you drain the tank, you know, you're going to look inside. You're going to probably see a lot of sediment. Unless you have a nice filter on, you might not see too much sediment. You're going to want to flush the tank and do all this work prior to installing your new element, which will just fry out into that mineral deposits. So definitely get this, and then I'll put that on the screen for you guys to see. And good luck to you. Just make sure that power's off.